Hi, what's going on, everybody? These are some of the questions that I get asked on Quora. It's a website where people can ask you questions about different professions and stuff that you're in. And these are just some of the questions that I get. Uh, Honda built a reputation for making impressive power per liter with small naturally aspirated engines. I've never really thought Honda was powerful. Now that they're transitioning into a turbocharged, heavier lineup, this swayed your has this swayed your opinion to the brand? How has it changed your opinion? My opinion on Honda is still the same. I don't really like them. How do you manually close a Ford Escape sunroof? With your hand. Um, if you reach up there and close it, like if it's stuck, um, reach up there, close it, and then hit the button and hold it, and it'll reset it. Sorry, there's my laundry that I haven't put away yet. Sorry about that, guys. Uh, with a hood scoop on a Mustang, um, lessen overall visibility on the road while driving. Well, it depends on how big of a hood scoop you have and if it actually works. So there's that. Um, how much does it cost to do a compression test on a diesel? Depends on the shop where you're located at. If it's at a dealership or independent shop, it just really depends. If a rebuilt engine doesn't run as well as the original one most times, is it less costly in the long term to replace the entire car itself? That's kind of up in the air, I guess you could say. I'm not really quite sure. It depends on the vehicle, how old it is, what's causing the new engine to run the way that it is. There's no reason that a rebuilt, unless they did a crappy job on it. If they just did an engine swap, that would be different. Um, how come the Ford Mustang uses so much more gasoline than a regular sedan if it weighs much less? Um, we're talking about an 8-cylinder engine. In 2018, newer puts out 460 horsepower compared to a smaller sedan, which is maybe 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders. Um, maybe the 4 cylinders is 200 something horsepower. When you're double the horsepower, you got more cylinders, needs more air, more fuel. Other requests. If I have an emergency in my car engine and I do not have a car oil, can I add edible oil? I wouldn't recommend it. I would just sit there and wait on a tow truck because it's probably going to be a whole lot worse. In the long run, does it make a difference to pay for the highest octane gasoline? No, it does not. It does not. A lot of people get that misconstrued. There's my big word for the day. Running a higher octane gasoline, say in a car that calls for 87, isn't really doing anything. Higher octane gasoline is for like high compression engines like the Mustang 5.0, the Chevy Camaro the 6.2, or the Dodge Charger, as much as I hate to say it, 5.7 or the Scat Pack, stuff like that. Like high revving engines, they're high performance vehicles, they need a higher octane gas. If you're putting it in like your Fiesta or your little Kia or something like that, you, you're not really burning at all. You're actually wasting it. And my wife is texting me. Ah, anyway. Uh, will a fuel stabilizer hurt a car engine? No. It is made for the car engine. It is made to stabilize the gasoline to keep it from deteriorating. All this ethanol and gasoline nowadays, it starts to break down in about 14 days. 14 days it starts to break down. Can a fuel injector be stuck open? Yes, a fuel injector can be stuck open. That is called a leaking injector. You will get a very rich code, and all that fuel is actually washing out the cylinder, gets past the rings and your oil pan. I kind of put a video on this about why your engine oil smells like gasoline. In that situation, it was different, but a leaking fuel injector will do the same thing. How hard is it for an inexperienced person? Sorry. To change brake rotors and pads on a Ford F-150 pickup. Depends on the F-150. All you need is basic hand tools, though. They're not that hard. Why doesn't Ford put the 3.5 EcoBoost in the Mustang? Well, they already have the 2.3 EcoBoost in the Mustang. They have the 3.7 in the Mustang. And they have the 5.0 and the 5.2. So if they have the 3.5 and the 3.7 and the 2.3 EcoBoost, there's no need to put the 3.5 in there. Yes, that was that one. How do I get a free smartphone giveaway? I have no idea how that ends up in my questions. These people are... This guy. Alright, this guy right here. Okay, do you have to drain oil to change an oil pressure sensor? No, you don't. But this guy, see him? He gets paid. He gets paid to type questions on here and get us to answer them. I never respond to this guy. See how it says answered? I responded to him like twice, and the next thing you know, I got like 6 more requests from him. And somebody messaged me and was like, hey, this guy gets paid to do this. He just makes up like random answers. So remember, okay, Jeet Rathi. See if we see him on here again. If you have an engine oil leak, should you replace both valve cover gaskets at the same time? If the valve cover gasket's leaking, yes, replace them. If it's leaking from the oil pan, why would you replace the valve cover gasket? Your question is kind of bland. I don't know where the oil leak is coming from. What is the boat equivalent of the Volkswagen Beetle? I don't know. I don't really deal with Volkswagens. Is it possible to have a loud Borla attack exhaust on a Mustang GT convertible like those in others which are non-convertible that sounds crazy like a beast? Has nothing to do with it being a convertible. Just because it's a coupe or a convertible, if it's a coupe, it's just going to be really loud inside. You get the drone effect. Will Ford India provide service and spares, warranties, repairs, and other assistance? I'm sure they will in India. See, there he is again. How long does it take for a car ECU to relearn things? There he is again. Is 10,000 miles too long for an oil change? Yes. How do I reset the tire pressure on a Ford Focus? Ignition cycle and brake. So key on, off, brake. Off, on, brake. Off, on, brake. The horn will blow. Start at the left front, retrain them. Left front, right rear, left rear. What does the F-150 Max Tow package include? I don't remember. Oh. Are Walmart oil changes good? No. There's the guy again. Can you spray WD-40 in spark plug hole? Sure, why not? Are Subarus good for off-roading? Subarus are good for going straight to the dealership to get work done. Should you use a AC recharge kit? Why or why not? No. You have to be certified to buy Freon at like a parts store, like the big, the 5-pound thing that you hook up to the AC machine. But yet you don't have to be certified, and you have to be certified to recover it, and you have to be certified to put it back in the system. But you don't have to be certified to buy one of those little cans that you top off your AC system with. I've seen people blow up their AC system because of those things. If it's not blowing cold, there's a reason. If there's no Freon in there, there's a reason. I wish they would stop selling those things. So no, don't use a recharge kit. Unless you absolutely know what you are doing. You need to know pressures. You need to know that's what the machine tells you. It tells you your pressure, it tells you your suction, it tells you if there's a clog in there, if you know how to read everything. I mean, I wish they would just get rid of those recharge kits. There's the guy again. Bink. Can a car run without a fuel pressure regulator? Probably not. There he is again. Can you dump old gas on the ground? Yeah, but why would you? You're harming the environment there, bud. There he is again. That's like 3 in a row. Why does my propane tank feel full but has no gas? Oh, Jesus. Anyway, basically, these are some of the questions that I get. Can you mix R22 with R134A refrigerant Freon? No. Do not mix any Freon with any other kind of Freon. Most of the time, it won't let you anyway because the fittings are different. Can a dash cam be left plugged into a cigarette lighter that says on, stays on when a vehicle is shut off? Yeah, but eventually you're going to kill the battery in your vehicle. Anyway, these are some of the questions that I get. If you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Most of my subscribers, you guys don't ask stupid questions. And I love talking to you guys, and I love answering your questions, and I love showing you the things that I work on during the day. And like I did with my Ranger the other day, you guys are actually willing to learn. 99% of these people on here are getting paid, and I think they're running out of questions because a quick Google search will answer most of these questions. Anyway, I will talk to you guys on the next one. Y'all be good, okay?